Hey guys, Patrick here in Southwest Fort Worth, and I want to do a more upbeat video today because we're going to be looking at the Remnant, what survived. And there are some surprising stuff that survived. Some was not a surprise, but some. First off, the most surprising one for me were this corridor's stir-by. And if I had a list of the ones I thought would not make it right off the bat, I would say it was the stir-by because, well, they're known to be inclined to a more warmer temperature, but yeah, they're champs. Look at them. Now, of course, we have Mecha Splendens. I've got one in here, and then a few others in tank over here. And find the ones that are from North America, they survive pretty well. In here as well are these I forget what they're called, but they're native fish, redfin. In fact, they caught these guys in the creek across the street from my house. So them, the Gambusia, no surprise that they all survived. And then I had a buddy, and I'm gonna go in the fish room and look at more of these, but I think he had bred some different fish outside, and some of them the new bred. There's something on the fin of that one. But I think they're an Australian rainbow fish. Well, I guess all rainbows are Australian, but that's the name of this one. Australian rainbow. I've got two in this tank, because this tank is all stuff that I got from outside. They were all outside, and then I brought them in before the winter. But yeah, and then that one, I think that might be another native. I don't know. Maybe it's a Rasbora. I don't know what that is. But this tank, what got wiped out was the guppies and the electric blue acaras. Everything else in here, though, made it through. Speaking of guppies, even though I lost a bunch, looks like I had quite a few survive. So we have a lot of guppies survive, and then celestial pearl danios and the blue shrimp. Shrimp are bulletproof. They like the cold. I've had them last all winter outside, and they're just like, something happened? What? Something going on? I mean, the celestial pearls, they've been just going around, like, I think they've just been breeding as much as they can. This mat, and then, if I had two favorite corridors, number one would be panda cories, and I'm so glad they lived. So panda cories, and then number two would be the stir-by. So yeah, the celestial pearl danios. Look at them, the male and the female there. They're just going around everywhere, having the time of their lives. They liked the bit of cold. Let's go over here. Now, just about everything got wiped out on this rack, except for some Gambusia and some paradise fish, which is not surprising, but the paradise, they're not looking. One has a clogged eye. I need to do water change, but it's like on a boil notice, so I've got to wait. Then over here, I've got an Acara, a big Acara, and he's trying to bounce back. I don't know. Let's see. There's another one trying to bounce back. Goldfish are fine. The black skirt tetras are fine. And then I had some Bozeman I make it. Glad for that. Start breeding them again. We got a few angels in here that made it. Let's go on to the fish room, see what survived in there. So I've got some guppies made it. So guppies down here that made it. Had some Mountain Angels in this tank with these Australian rainbows, and none of the angels made it, but these rainbows did. Oh, and I guess the Rasbora in there. Let's see if I can't bring them up. So you can see them better. There's a bunch. Bunch in the back here. Moved up. There we go. I see a bunch of them here in the corner. We'll come back to them when it clears up. And I did have some Odessa barbs in here. I made it. And then some more Odessa barbs. Yeah, right there in the back. Some red platies and Odessa barbs in here. No surprise on the platies. Now my Electro Blue Acara Fry, they're looking better and better. So I'm glad for that. Of course, I have some Placos that made it down here. And my assassin snails, they didn't know anything went wrong. They were just fine. Swordtails, just fine as well. White cloud minnow. There's even some swordtail fry. Just one right there. I even put a few down here, swordtail moms down here. So I'm gonna throw some fry down in this tank, and they're just fine. And a lot of my labs and other fish in this 55, well, they made it. So this isn't a tank that I even aerated or anything, but I think as it was in the middle of the room and it gets pretty aerated already regularly. I don't think the temperature shifted as much in this tank, and so they were fine. We've got some guppies over here. I got some Placos that made it in there. Same with over here. So I did I did lose all my super reds. That stinks. But I got the calicos and they're cool too. Some of the cichlids in here were still moving. And I know some of the smaller ones were fine. They're sticking on the rocks right now. There are a few alive in there. Down here, the Heterangia formosa, of course, they're native to Florida and other parts of the southern United States. They're just fine. I think I've got a few endlers. Starburst endlers made it over here. I only need a few. I guess Noah's Ark any of these things. Oh, they got a male and a female. I'll breed them. Oh, the cichlids peeked out. My two OBs in here. That one's looking a lot better. They both were doing cartwheels even this morning. Another black skirt tetras in here. Just fine. Oh yeah, one of the OBs is still doing cartwheels in the back there. They were both doing it this morning, so hopefully that one is alright. I've got here, let me turn on the light. Oh. So I did have some angels. Live, some ember tetras. Live. I've got assassin snails everywhere. Anybody wants assassin snails, $1 each. I got a ton of them. I used it to buy other fish I lost. I got some of these big jewels. Some of them are fine. And then others, they're still, I don't know if they're gonna make it. I don't think they are, but they're still moving their fins and their gills are moving a bit, so I'll give them a chance, see what happens. The good news is, I mean, power came back on at 2:22 yesterday, and no, day before yesterday, yeah. And so I am glad that a lot more lived than I expected to live. So there's the silver lining. I didn't lose everything. The big Placo in the sump. Yeah. Some guppies in here, and the big Placo somewhere in there. He's in the corner. Anyway, he made it through. Let's see. I'm waiting to do water changes. So yeah, that's the remnant. That's the good news. So thank you, Lord. I got this much that survived. Guys, thank you so much for your comments, your encouraging words, all that. And I'm thinking about, there's some fish I'm wanting or something, and people wanting to help out. I'm thinking I'd do like it'd be cool to have like a loan system, because a lot of people are worse off than I am. I can replenish this stuff, you know. It's okay. And so if some people have some fish and they want to lend me some of the parents, and I take them for like a week and breed them, give them back, and then I give them some fry when I raise them up. You know, that's always fun. That's why I love doing this. I love breeding out the fish. It's just takes time to raise breeder size fish. But there's like a clutch of eggs, or somebody wants to lend me some parents, and then I breed them and give the parents back. That'd be pretty cool. And I know there's a lot of people that lost a lot of fish, so I still have a good amount and a lot of empty tanks now. Since I'm able to do some water changes, I'll be able to clean up some of these and go from there. But even without it, I've still got, again, just the way the system works, I've got pothos everywhere and plants everywhere to suck up the waste and the ammonia that might happen from dead ones that I've somehow missed. You know, most of the tanks are planted too, so yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Yes. Stay warm out there. God bless. Thanks.